Hello everybody, this is Kyrix with the start of a new Let's Play. This is Let's Play Suikoden. I am not entirely certain I pronounced that correctly. I may have? By the way, that may be the second, if not the first, time I've ever seen that intro, which is pretty impressive when you consider how long my history with this game stretches back. Of course, this being one of my LPs, we're gonna have story time before I hit that new game button. You know, back in the day, I used to rent from a place called Hollywood Video when I had my PlayStation. And they had this game there that I was calling Suikoden forever because I couldn't Japanese. You know? But, played the game, you know, it's like, oh, it's got 108 characters. I'm like, that's a little ridiculous. But I'm game. And it had a pretty interesting and very, at the time at least for me, very unique setup system. And there are some very interesting features in this game that I'm going to get to. The magic system was unique. The weapon system was unheard of for me at the time. And how the weapons function in combat was pretty different. Dealt with formation and such. And the grinding, or rather the lack of it, which I, again, will get to. But, this game is infamous for me, though. Because this is the game that killed my first PlayStation. Now, for this to make any sense, you have to have some background in the fact that I grew up in the 80s. My very first console was the Atari, and it was the 2600. I don't think I ever had the 72, but it was the 26 and the 72. Well, I had the 26. Atari 2600. So I had that, you know. Never really had problems with the Atari. It was a pretty reliable system, if extremely underwhelming by today's standards. And that's putting it mildly. Then, of course, the Nintendo came out. No, Mom, you gotta get me a Nintendo. I need a Nintendo. And I got my Nintendo, of course. Played Mario, played Zelda, played Contra, most of the classics I played. A couple of them I've even beat. Some legitimately, because I also grew up in the era of the Game Genie. But the Nintendo was a notoriously quirky system. If you put a game in, it was pretty much a dice roll whether or not it was going to work, or work properly. So there was all sorts of tricks. Like, I had a friend that would blow into the game. That was the common one. But I had another friend who would blow into the game in such a way that it would whistle. And I did that a lot. I heard put it in the freezer, which it specifically says don't freeze the game, but that works sometimes. Taking Q-tips to clean the, let's call it the circuit, you know, which you weren't supposed to do, or wetting a Q-tip for the same, which again, you weren't supposed to do. Slamming it up and down in the loader, which you weren't supposed to do. All of these were tricks. Mine was probably one of the stupidest, but it worked. Towards the end of my final Nintendo's lifespan, I would just huck the games at the wall as hard as I fucking could. And for points, if I could catch them as they rebounded off the wall, that made it feel like they'd work better. But, then, of course, I got the Super Nintendo, which, much easier, but again, very abusable system. What I'm trying to say is I came from an era when a system could take punishment because you just punished it. Well, I got stuck on one of the boss fights. I'll actually point out which one, because the story's coming up again later, I guarantee it. And I'd been stuck on it. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning, or I'd been at this for 2 to 4 hours. And I just had enough. I kept losing this boss, so I just slammed my fist 2 times, mild force, on the PlayStation. Never worked again. But more importantly, I cracked the disc, a rental disc. Now, before I say cracked the disc, I didn't break the game. What I did was I cracked the CD part that held it into place, where you put it on the thing and it clamps. Yeah, that little inner ring, I cracked it a bit. And a piece broke off. I taped it back up and it worked just fine because the actual disc itself was unharmed, but yeah. This game and I have some things. But that's enough of this. This is part of a larger series of which I have not played. I played a little bit of the sequel. I will be buying the sequel because the other day I happened to notice that it's for sale on PlayStation Network for a very affordable price. So I'm going to get me that. But this game actually ties directly to the sequel. And I remember this from like old PlayStation magazines and Game Pros and all that shit. Electronic Gaming Monthly, that kind of thing. Where it listed like, oh, here's all the characters. Oh, this one's back from the first one. So there are factors of which I'm not entirely sure of, but I will look through game facts to find them out. There are factors that will influence my characters from this game that are in the sequel. The first of which is the main character's name, which I'm going to do in all lowercase. I'm going to go with the canon name, because if I do anything else, it will fuck up the name later on. There are certain things, like if there's certain levels or wearing certain gear, that'll carry over, which I will try and set that up. I will be doing Suikoden too. Anyway, this is a long, rambling initial thing, so let's jump into the game finally. Checking memory card. Okay. Apparently his canon name is Tyr or Tur or whatever. If you capitalize his name, his last name is like McDowell or something. If you capitalize his name, any capital letters will carry over into his name in the sequel. So if I put Tyr with a capital T, it would be Tickdowell or something. You know, it will replace whatever letter's in there. So by making it all lowercase, I'll be fine. Or if you have a name that's a capital M, that'll be fine too. But we're just going to lowercase his name, because it's not that big a deal. You know? I mean, come on, we've all played games where our names are on all caps, where it's like, Kyrix! You should go to Viridian City! With your Charmander! You know, we've all seen that. So, let's lowercase it for a bit. Just pretend that everyone who's saying my name is Fluttershy. It'll be funnier that way. Okay. Aha! I can motion. There we go. God, that does look weird, though, in all lowercase. Oh, I'm sorry, McDowell. I think that's pronounced right. I am bad with pronunciations, so just bear with me, please. Now, I'm going to point out it's been close to anywhere between 4 years to a full-on decade since I last really played this game. So I will be skimming things from game facts. There are a couple things that I will be showing off that I myself have never done. One of them is in this very video, in fact. There is apparently a chance to get a rune early on. I'm going to do it, because new shit. There's also a way to cheat some money, which I'm also going to do. Ah, this guy. Don't like this guy. Okay, now a little bit of background, and keep in mind, I don't know this franchise, this world very well. Because again, my sole exposure to this large franchise, there's at least 4+ games in it. I've played one of them and a little bit of the sequel. But there are things like, for example, this guy. And then there's this asshole. Magic is done via runes. And runes come in several flavors. There are, I think, 27 or 21 true runes that are They basically, if you have them, you're immortal, and their powers are leagues ahead of the normal runes. Gremio. There's a character that I never liked. I never liked Gremio, ever. Maybe I'll be softer on him now. I mean, he's not a bad character. I don't hate him like, oh god, stab, stab, kill. No, I just don't like him, you know? There are stages between dislike and outright hatred. I'm around lower dislike. Don't you dare scratch those blinds. Speaking of Fluttershy, here we go. Oh god, I shouldn't have said that. Now I hear all his dialogue in Fluttershy's voice. Which is adorable and kind of sad. Because that scar makes him look kind of like a badass, and he's not a bad fighter, you know? Okay, he says that, my friend Ted is here. There are two options at this point. Well, three options, but we're skipping option 3. Option 3 is just proceed with the story. Option 1 is to turn around right now, leave town, and go after... I'm gonna say the Fortune Rune? Which I think increases my XP. Or I can go upstairs, get Ted, then leave the house and get, I believe, the Prosperity Rune, which I think increases money. One of them is Prosperity Rune, one increases XP, one increases money, and I think the other one's the Fortune Rune. I just don't remember which is which. So we're gonna do the Ted thing. There he is. Hi, Ted. And the reason we're doing the Ted thing, even though I'd rather have the XP, because there are money cheats, kind of, is because apparently this rune is harder to find later, whereas the other one can just be flat out bought. I remember that noise. Anyway, we're not gonna listen to him. We're gonna leave, apparently. This is something it's never even occurred to me to do. I can't remember if we can world map save. Okay. There we go. Cannot. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in here and find, I believe, an inn? I believe there's an inn here somewhere. Right here. Should be a save crystal? They're crystals, right? Save crystal somewhere in this inn. Pretty sure they're crystals. Because otherwise this is going to get real stupid real fucking fast. Because, the monsters in this area are not geared to us at the level we're at. Or maybe I just talk to her. There we go, okay. That's right, save crystals happen elsewhere, otherwise you save in the inn. Anyway, this is a brand new PlayStation 3 internal memory card thing that is going to be solely for this and Suikoden 2. Just so that I can make sure I don't run out of things. Now, we're going to pause real quick to show off things here. Okay. You see I have Wolfang Staff, level 1 out of 5, apparently. And he has a Steel Bow, level 3 out of 10. Somewhere in here it shows... Formation. Not there. Okay, formation. You see how I have the M near my name? It says M, then 1717, and he has L, 1818. Those are our ranges. Range comes in 3 stages. Short, which has to be in the first 3 rows to be able to hit. Medium, which can hit from front or back row. Long, which can hit from front or back row. And on top of that, I don't have a world map, do I? And on top of that, you can hit enemies who are in the back row. Shit, I don't know this world. Am I supposed to go across the bridge? Okay. These are a thing we can apparently fight. And you have the fight option, which brings you into fight mode. the run option, the bribe option, which you can give them money, I think, to and just end the battle. I don't remember if you get XP or not. And free will, which we're gonna do, which is just a shortcut. They do what they want. They choose their targets, their attacks. Oh shit, Ted's dead. Yeah, combat in this is kind of a thing. And we're dead already. See, that's why I saved first. We're gonna try again. Load from there. And this time I'm gonna get directions to where I'm supposed to go. I've had this page open for a while. Let's see. Walk south. Okay. Apparently just due south. I'm using a specific fact on GameFAQs. The person I'm using this for will, as usual, be credited. I will speak this person's name, their fact, etc. Possibly link it in the final video of this series. Because I do that. Oh, another thing. Hi, Rio. Each person has a certain... Basically, you see the length of my item menu is as many as we can do. Each person has their equipment, their armor and such, as part of their items, plus a certain number of things. Like, if I want more than 6 medicine, I have to buy another pack of 6 medicine. And I think antidotes come in 4. Certain things come in different numbers. I think there's a big medicine that comes in packs of 3. Now, there's a cheat for that later that we'll get into, but not right now. Okay, these we should absolutely run from, so I've seen. Yeah. Bonbons and apparently crows are the only thing really safe to fight. So we're not going to push our luck. It's going to pick the same crow. Oh, Jesus. Okay, we're going to run like little horse. Shit. Dead. Maybe? Maybe not. Run, you fool! Run, you fool! Ted's a little fucking weakling. Yeah, Ted's down, and there's no fucking way we're gonna make it back in one goddamn piece. Okay, you are a rune shop, I believe. These will be semi-important later. Well, they'll be fairly important, but not to the degree they could be. Do I have any money? I do. That's useful. Okay, somewhere in here is a guy who does a gambling thing. We're gonna find him. It's not you, is it? No, you're for later. I think it's you. No. Yeah, apparently some treasures are mysterious, and if they're appraised, they can become very, very valuable very quickly. How much? 70? I could do worse than that. Okay. Oh no, wait. The other guy, the guy I'm thinking of, is in a different area. Okay, where the fuck? I should have went east. Damn it. Okay, we're gonna upgrade our equipment to a slight extent here. The first couple of videos of this are not gonna be progress-based at all. We've got shit to build up for. I'm gonna play this very strangely. How much? Oh, Jesus, no. That's stupid. Let's not bother with that right now. Back to the blacksmith. Again, you'll notice that I didn't save this time because we took kind of a beating. So if we die again, we fucking die again, and I'll off-screen some grinding, you know? Okay, now, the weapon you have is the weapon you will always have. I'm guessing that instead of the... I was thinking that was like the max rank or something at the time, but apparently that's like... Okay, level 3, 9 I guess is my damage. That makes sense. Certain blacksmiths can only get you to certain levels. That's the thing. But the weapon you have is the weapon you have. Like, I have that dragon staff thing. Yeah, this is it. And this dragon staff is the only weapon I will ever really have. Fuck. Oh, fuck me. Fuck me in the neck. Okay, we're fucked. We're just fucked. Okay, this is the place I wanted to go to originally. I just gotta find where the guy is. Is he in here? I don't think he is. The sad thing is, this trip will be nothing if I were to just follow the story and come here in like 2 minutes. You know? For the record, the reason I'm sucking so bad at this is I'm not supposed to be here right now. I was never supposed to have left the town. So, that's why the game seems so hard right now. Oh, I think you're in the inn, the person I'm looking for. I'm wrong. Wait, are you it? No. I think it's you, actually. Yeah, you're the person. Okay. Now, this is apparently going to be a cheat. Alright, I'm going to make a Word file for this, because this is going to be important later. Also, could this music get any more redneck? Okay, we're going to bet 100 bits. Alright. I'm actually normally pretty good at these. Alright. I'm going to say right. Yaha! Right. Now, apparently, while he's here, these will be the same order every single time. Say left? Yes. However, these apparently change per game, so the order that I'm getting, which so far is right-left, may not be the same on yours. And apparently he gets faster each time. Or rather, the money gets harder or something. Middle. Yaha! Middle it is. But apparently this order only is while he's in this town. So far right, left, middle. Right, left, middle, right. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do another 100. Left. Is he just gonna alternate between those three in that order? Because so far that's what he's doing. Another 100. Fucking hey, that's exactly what he's doing. I'm getting the weird one. Now, I do want to check a thing real quick here. Let me see something about this. Sorry about this delay. Again, I'm gonna guess right. But I'm not just gonna land on it because money is money. Okay, now it's left. Now he's mixing up a little bit. And that was Wolf Pistol. And you know what? We're gonna call it there for the moment. And we're gonna call the video there for the moment as well. And I will see you again next time after I do some money grinding. Bye-bye.